On this episode of Mad Ginger Customs, we're going to go over the Arccaptain CUT55 MP. This is a non-high frequency start pilot machine that is a blowback torch. Has the IPT60 torch, so the consumables last longer. And I'm going to do a little something. I'm going to show you how to hook it up to a plasma table for dirt cheap. Let's go! All right, guys, hold on. I can't see you. There you are. This is the brand new Arccaptain CUT55 MP. Now you say, Dave, I've seen Arccaptain plasma cutters on your channel a lot. Yeah, we like Arccaptain. We love their products. This is different, and I tell you that because it is different. This is what you want if you want a non-high frequency start blowback plasma cutter from Arccaptain. This does a bunch of things, a lot of features, and I'm going to show you a cheat code in case you want to build a do-it-yourself plasma table, or you have a plasma table and you want to run this thing. Only costs you a couple dollars to make this thing CNC capable. All right, let's get right into this thing. You've watched me unbox enough of these. I'm just going to tell you what it comes with. We're going to move on to functions because there's a lot to go over. I'm going to try to keep this video small. This is what comes in the box. This is what's considered their Pro Series case, right? Rounded edges, massive fan in the back. It's going to keep it cool. It's got the updated display. It also has the regulator and the quick air connect on the back. That's big. A lot of them just come with a nipple. It's 240 volt, or you can hook it up to 110, 120, whatever it takes when you got one of these. It's going to give you 55 amps. This thing will cut up to 1 inch, 55 amps. It comes with an immense amount of hose. Now, you would only need this if you don't have a quick connect air fitting. We don't need that where we're going. This is your work clamp. Now plasma, this is technically the positive. It's not a ground. Just about 10 feet long. I think it's 3 meters. No, we need that. We can't throw that away. I'm not rushing, you're rushing. It also comes with a cover, so all of the Pro Series, which they would consider this the Pro Series cases, all the new stuff, comes with a cover. That's a big deal for a lot of people. As soon as they buy machines, they're like, hey, do you have a cover that fits that? Arccaptain just says, we're going to give you a cover. So I'll add that to my cover pile. Comes with a carry strap in case you're using this thing in the field. Slide it in the front, slide it in the back. Pretty easy. This fitting is just so you can hook up the torch. I'm going to show you what's different about this machine, and you're going to see it right with this torch. So this is an IPT60 torch. Now you're going to say, Dave, how's that any different than any other plasma torch? Okay, the AG60 is what normally comes on the majority of all plasma cutters in this amp range. Great torch, works fine. It is a pilot arc setup. This is a non-high frequency blowback torch, and what this does is the consumables give you a smaller kerf width. The kerf width is the cutting width of the plasma itself. So if you need something that has a smaller kerf width for precision, or maybe, artistic cuts, things like that, saves you material, IPT60 is definitely the way to go, and these consumables last considerably longer, significantly longer. So if you're looking for a machine that you're going to use a lot and you're concerned about consumable cost, this is probably a viable option. Everything else in the machine is standard to the other Arccaptain stuff. Standard connector. This is for your pilot arc. That's for your air. Boom. They also give you a bag of consumables. This will last you quite a long time with an IPT60 torch. A wrench to change consumables, your Arccaptain warranty card. You're going to want to register your machine. This is also your manual in here, and they give you some sick stickers, because why would you buy anything unless they're going to give you some stickers? Let's just get right into it and cut some stuff, and then I'm going to show you what I bought that for. Yes. I don't think we ever show how easy these are to hook up. That's what this thing's for, guys. This thing goes on here like this. Let me show you. And you push it on like that. Pushes right on. That way it gives you something to twist with. You can put that on with a wrench, but you don't want to kill it. it's a flared seat, so you don't gotta kill it. Just hand tight, you're good, that's it. This is your pilot arc wire. Take that off, put this on. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Like that. This is keyed, so it has a slot, super easy. So you can't put it in the wrong way, and the honest answer is it doesn't matter anyway. This is a switch connection. So all it's doing is the two contacts in here, when you pull the trigger, it just goes like this. So all it's doing is making the connection back to itself to tell the machine to fire. The ground is a DIN connector. Also keyed. It's not a ground, it's a work clamp. And you twist, that's it. That's it, guys. Your machine is set up. Hook air to it, power it up. You're ready to cut. Look at the coat. Leather welding coat. Arccaptain. New welding helmet. Welding hats. New gloves. They got magnets. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but they have a holiday sale right now, 50% off, a lot of stuff, and if you use Mad Ginger at checkout, you save even off the sale prices. Stuff's inexpensive, it's good. Like, this thing is so nice. My wife is like, that's a really nice coat. She's like, that's for welding? You're going to ruin it? And I'm like, it's for welding. But anywho, all right, we got air to this hog. Let's find the on-off switch on the back. This is the brand new display from Arccaptain. It is really, really vibrant. I'm telling you, 240 volts, set to 55. It says I got 82 pounds of pressure. Now keep in mind, that's static pressure. What's flow? You can hit your flow and you flow check it. Watch this. 68. She's a little high. So we're going to back that out on the regulator. Perfect. So you can change it from PSI to MPa and then flow check when you're at it. This is your function. You got 2T, 4T. So 2T is when you pull the trigger and you cut, you let go, it stops. 4T is when you pull it once, you make your cut, and then you pull it again to stop it. And then you got, this is your post and your pilot arc. So you can adjust your post flow up and down, right? So how long you run air after your cut. And then your pilot arc is how long do you want the pilot arc to stay on. That's pretty cool. So that's a new feature. Let's head over to mode. If you're in this mode, you're cutting. If you're in this mode, you're cutting segmented metal, maybe expanded metal, things like that. If you're here, this is a gouge function. This actually has a gouging function. And right there, that's going to be bread and butter for you guys. This is the rust cleaning function. That was real big. CUT55 machine we did. Everyone loved the rust feature. So we're going to use the rust cleaning feature. I'm going to try everything here for you guys so you get a good idea of what this looks like and if it's useful for you. So let's just make a couple cuts. We're just going to go 240 volt. I know people are like, how come you don't run at 110? There's really no point to it. It does have decreased capacity at 110 because you have decreased voltage. Let's do a couple cuts going from thin to thicken and see how she runs. This is what we like to call our little plasma cutter gambit. Got some 18 gauge, some expanded metal, some 3/8, some 1/4, and some 1/2 inch. If you can do 1/2 inch at your house, you're doing pretty good. This machine will actually cut, I think, 1 inch on sever. I don't even have 1 inch, but she cuts easy on half. We'll know. We'll know. And this is a cool function. If you do any kind of trailer repair, tailgates, decorative metal, and you can cut expanded metal, that's a win. So we're going to throw 35 amps at it. We're going to hit some sheet metal with it. See if we can't rip a couple passes, and then I'm going to progressively go up. We have other special purposes for this cutter. We got some 18 gauge teed up to cut. Now, like I said, this thing is a very small kerf width, but it's also pilot arc. So let's just rip a couple cuts. I'm going to try to get you guys as close as possible without lighting my camera on fire like I normally do. Here we go. Pretty easy, right? Glass is off. Now, if you noticed, this thing timed out to what I programmed it. Look at it, it's cold in here. Yeah, it's cold in here today. This thing works in the cold just fine. Let's step it up. Let's hit some 1/4 inch and see how she does. This is just an old junk piece of quarter we've cut stuff out of. Sacrificial. We're gonna get gloved up with our brandy new Arccaptain gloves. Man, these are my favorite. These are the TIG gloves, in case you guys, a lot of people in my videos ask, like, which gloves are those? These are the TIG. I actually use the TIG gloves for everything. They work great. Turned up the amps just a smidge, and I'm gonna try not to burn the camera. You guys ready? Here we go. Cut quality check. GoPros don't do well super close. I'll put pictures here with my phone. That right there is 3/8 thick. I'm trying to work in between my compressor running, which is a nightmare when you have a compressor that is as loud as mine. Here we go. We're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna just hold on to the fence by hand and let's just hit it. I got kind of shaky right there, but I mean, you know, if you don't have shaky hands, you're going to be absolutely mint. Let's go to half. Before we get into cutting this, she's rusty. Let's try the rust removal feature on this. So you're gonna want to rock up a little bit before you hit it. So I'm in rust removal mode. You guys loved the rust removal last time on the rotor, so let's hit this rotor again. I'll try to keep you guys out of the way. That easy. This is 1/2 inch thick plate. This is the piece I use when I do all my tests. It has since become a mess, so maybe we should try to clean it up. Here we go. I'm going to show you real time knocking the slag off, because I think some people don't realize like how quality the cut is. Watch this. Absolutely ridiculous. We're going to go into expanded metal mode. Follow along with me. Here we go. Just like that. You didn't see it? Okay, again. Just cuts off pieces. Look at this. Now you say, Dave, who is that good for? Honestly, you do trailer gates where you have expanded metal to roll your equipment up and down. If you do screen doors, metal fencing, decorative sheets for walls, metal, any type of thing like that. We have a plasma table, so that comes in super handy for us. You've seen all the functions. Now I'm going to show you the hidden function that no one ever tells you about, that only we'll know. Don't tell a lot of people, but it's between us. I'm going to show you a cheat code if you got a Langmuir table. I have a Crossfire Pro or any DIY plasma table. Something that doesn't have like a, massive 5-pin with a, torch height control or anything like that. This is going to turn this machine on and off, right? I'm going to put a link to in the description for these. This is the correct connector for this. Your table will just want to put these two together to fire your machine, to turn this machine on and off. Now, since this machine is non-high frequency start blowback, it will not give you the EMI, electrical magnetic interference that messes with plasma tables. So here's what you do. Whatever flavor your machine is, mine's 2-wire. You're gonna solder on your connector, and on the Langmuir table, to fire your torch, all you need is this, right? I can put this in the description too. This is just a regular cable you can get on Amazon. Put your connector back together, put your torch in your gantry, plug this in where your machine goes, and you can cut on your plasma table with the Arccaptain CUT55 MP. They don't advertise it for that, guys, and I understand this is an unsanctioned thing from Arccaptain. I'm telling you, this machine will do great on your plasma table, your little DIY setup. I thought about building one just for fun. I have a table, but I don't ever use it. So let's put the connector back together, fill up my plasma table with water because it's empty, and see if we can't just cut something simple out with the laptop and show functionality. The place is a disaster, I know. And this is a very, temporary setup. So you're gonna take your torch from your machine, put it into your gantry, put on your work clamp, and then down here, instead of using your torch, you're going to use the piece that you soldered together that goes to your machine. And that is going to fire your plasma cutter from your table control. All right, Navigator, we are go for flight. Jankety set up on some milk crates. We're tied off here. We got a clamp. The most important thing is right here. Right there. So just look at it. Watch this. When I click this, watch this. It's so good. All right, let's load something up. Let's go put it at a 0. So let's go drive it. So this is a Langmuir Crossfire Pro. It's a very inexpensive table for what it is. Okay, so we're just gonna pick something that is on my computer. So we're gonna load a program. This is going to be ready to cut. Let's just pick something easy. There's clevises and plow parts and small block Chevy engine mounts. Let's do a bottle opener. This is what we should cut. We're going to zero our axes to make sure that we start where we want to start. Here we go. Running off the Handheld fire control and Crossfire Pro. It's a little machine running this big table. That thing's awesome. 35 amps. Awesome. If you guys have a DIY plasma table or anything that doesn't run voltage torch height control, this machine will work with that simple connector. I will have the link in the description, and you guys can get an inexpensive plasma cutter that works for your CNC setup. Link in the description. Let's wrap it up. Well guys, that's going to be the end of this episode on Maginger Customs. So CUT55 MP. What are you getting? 55 amp plasma cutter, cuts 1-inch steel. I showed you how you can hook it up to a CNC plasma table. That's not necessarily a sanctioned use, but you know, that's our little secret. Non-high frequency blowback torch, and it has the IPT consumables. Smaller kerf width. It's going to last longer in between your cuts before you got to change it. You get the Pro Series case, more ventilation, comes with a cover, comes with everything you need to get going, has a quick disconnect on the back, regulators built in. Guys, this thing is pretty much the complete package. It does expanded metal, so it has a mesh function. It also has a rust removal function. What else could you want in a plasma cutter? It's pretty much, this is the total package. This could be the best Arccaptain plasma cutter I've used. And that's saying a lot because I really speak highly of their products because I love them. I absolutely love their product. So guys, do the normal stuff. There's going to be a link for this in the description. I'm also going to have a discount code if you use MadGinger at checkout, especially right now. They're having massive holiday sales, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all through the month of December. You can grab a sweet set of gloves. Look at the drip. Look at it. This is an Arccaptain welding coat. This thing is my favorite thing. My wife's like, that's really nice. I'm like, it is really nice. Everything is up to 50% off, and you save money if you use my code. CNC capable. Big cuts. What else would you want? You guys watch me do it, and if I can do it, you can do it. Grab yourself some Arccaptain gear. Save big. Use MadGinger at checkout. Thanks for watching.